So I'm back in Mexico. I am in San Pancho, which is like 10 minutes from Sayulita, which is where I spent 5 months this year. I need to do a little life update for you guys. So essentially I left Sayulita at the end of August, and I had quite a few things that I needed to get accomplished. One of which I was running out of money and my businesses hadn't started to take off yet. So I needed to come back to the States, regroup. I had several doctor's appointments, several different business type meetings that I had to do while in the States. And I was thinking that I would only be in the States for about a month. So I was thinking I would be on to my next adventure by the end of September, and that didn't happen. Basically what was supposed to take a month ended up taking 4 months. And over the past 4 months, I have been honestly stuck in a house. I was staying at my cousin's, they have a lake house, and I was staying out there just so I could get some work done and have good internet and all of that. But, being somebody who doesn't drive anymore, and also being in the middle of the country out in East Texas, I basically stayed in the house for what seemed like 2 months straight and just worked and worked and worked. Some of you guys know that I have relaunched my apartment locating company. So just as of today, we are now the Rise Agency. My business partner, Kelly, and Kelly, I've known her since I was 3. We relaunched the company back in May of this year. So the apartment locating stuff is up and running. And then I was trying to get all my certifications done to be a detox coach. So over the past 4 months, I've been working so very hard between getting all the real estate stuff done and all of my schooling done and getting my wellness business set up. So yeah, I pretty much stopped making content because I was feeling very uninspired. I was not 100% sure when I was going to be leaving Texas. I had no game plan about where I was gonna go. I didn't really feel called to come back to this part of Mexico. So I just was very lost. I was trying to decide between, am I going to find an apartment in the States, settle down, have a normal life, and just have a consistent routine and all of that? Or am I gonna go back traveling? Or am I gonna move to Mexico permanently, which was the original plan? All of these things were going through my mind, and I really just didn't have the answer for what felt right. And I was feeling pretty lost and down, and just kind of in a headspace that I hadn't really felt like I had been in since honestly 2 years ago. And I just knew that the environment that I was in was not good for my mental headspace. I mean, obviously staying in a house isolated by yourself for several months at a time is not good, without any independence at all. But also, being around different just people and environments, and me trying to stay really good on my detox journey. It's just, I don't know, I just had some kind of revelation that even though I was lost and I had no idea where I was going to go, that I knew that where I was at was not working, and that I couldn't just keep waiting around and hoping that I was just gonna get some kind of message in the sky. So I pretty much just continued to stay open, and just was you know what, something is just going to present itself to me, and it's gonna feel right. And ironically, somebody that I had met in Mexico was trying to sublease their apartment, and it was in the town that I wanted to be in, a very wellness oriented town, and the apartment was beautiful. And I just was you know what, I'm gonna stop waiting on me to have the perfect answers for everything, and I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow. This seems like a good option for a temporary option, and just kind of go and see what comes of it. So that's pretty much where I'm at, I've been in San Pancho now for probably 48 hours, not even. And yeah, it's funny because I'm here and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I also am very much trusting the fact I'm also very much trusting the fact that there's a reason why I'm here. I am, am finding some resistance to like being back in a village in Mexico. For the past couple of months, I've been able to have groceries delivered to my door. So even though I wasn't driving and didn't have any independence, so to say, I was still able to have groceries delivered. And now I'm here in Mexico, and the town that I'm at is even smaller than Sayulita. And yeah, it's like a hike back and forth just to get fruit. And if you guys know me and my fruit journey, I eat loads of fruit every day. So yeah, I'm just still adjusting to all of the changes of being out of the country, being back in Mexico, having no real game plan about what I'm doing here, but just knowing that where I was at wasn't cutting it for what I needed. And I think that was just kind of a really cool piece of my journey too. It's just knowing that I'm in a headspace now to be able to know, or just being proud of myself that over the past couple of months, I knew what I was doing wasn't working, and it wasn't in my best interest. And I just continued to stay trusting and stay open, and just knowing that stuff was gonna unravel the way that it was supposed to. So, all the dogs. So here I am. I'm supposed to be here until the end, in this specific apartment, I'm supposed to be here until the end of February. So what I'm gonna be doing is really just diving back into my detox. I brought all of my herbs. That was one of the things I had to go back to the States for, was to get my herbs, because they don't ship to Mexico. So I had to go back and get all of my herbs, and now I'm here with all of those. And yeah, I'm just gonna be focusing very heavily on reading, journaling, meditating, eating right, being out in nature, doing yoga, all of that. So yeah, it's crazy how everything's kind of unfolded. I just feel like I've gone through this metamorphosis of having hit rock bottom, and then jumping into this crazy adventure, and then going straight into coming back and going on this meditative journey to getting my breast implants taken out, coming to Mexico, hitting rock bottom financially, and having to go back to the States. And then now having more money in my bank account, and my businesses are thriving more than they ever have before, all within 4 months. So yeah, I feel like this piece of my journey is really going to be more so about just finding balance of some sort. I went through a huge period of I'm not wearing any makeup, I'm not doing my hair, I am not touching anything that's not on this regimen. I'm not watching TV, I'm not listening to music. I went to the total extreme, which is me. I'm very much an extremist when I get my heart set on something. But I feel this season in my journey is going to be very much about exploring, finding balance, and really building community. I think that I had a big clean slate over the past year and a half of just all of my old friends, acquaintances, love interests, everything went away. I had a complete fresh start, and I think right now I'm just really excited to continue to build community with like-minded people, search for a potential partner. And that's scary to me, honestly. I've really always put everything above finding like, or not finding a partner, but I've always like never put an emphasis on that in my life because I just really believed that it was going to manifest when it was supposed to. And thank God thank God I believed like that, because I've changed so much, and the people I used to previously be interested in are totally different than where I'm at now. So yeah, this 2024 I feel like is going to be very much about finding balance, adventure, and building community, and finding love maybe. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a little life update with you guys and tell you I am now in San Pancho, Riviera Nayarit, Mexico. I am working on my Spanish. I'm taking Spanish lessons once a week. I'm probably about to start doing it twice a week now that I'm like actually here again in Mexico. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a detox 30-day like whole life reset starting January 7th. So it's going to be mind, body, soul, like everything detox. Just to kind of get everybody started in 2024 in a really good headspace. So if you have any interest in that, comment below, detox, and I will send you the information. If you, like, I'm interested to know what type of content you guys are wanting to see in like 2024. I have finally monetized my channel, so I'm like going to be diving deep into my YouTube channel. So I'll be posting a mixture of like mindset, spirituality, detox, health, body, yoga, travel, all of it. So yeah, comment below, let me know what you guys want to see as I just kind of continue my journey as a solo female expat traveler / somebody who had a total life change and can no longer drive anymore. And so I've just been trying to figure out different places that make sense for me to live and have independence. So that's been, that's kind of why I'm even traveling. It's just kind of trying to figure out where I want to be and what makes sense for me in my life. So yeah, this is a long video. But yeah, here's my little update. Talk to you guys soon.